regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down. It's Taylor. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and 12, Brissett nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Roethlisberger will throw. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. You think back to all the big games that Big Ben has had over the years in his NFL career, and numbers-wise, his biggest game came against these Indianapolis Colts. That was in October 2014. The numbers from that, gosh, video game-like, 522 yards, 6 touchdowns, and a 51-34 Steeler win in Pittsburgh. To throw again on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Brissett. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From the 24, Brissett. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw, Brissett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 5.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Blue 30. Black spot 4.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. This will be taken at the 10. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Colts.
We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Brissett on first down. Looking for Campbell downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A huge play that time for the Colts. And even 50 yards. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
Harris Campbell there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
One receiver left is Hilton. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Brissett now. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Colts 14, Steelers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put it. And he lost the football. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were, and so possession will remain with Indy.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. On 1st down, Taylor. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 35 on 2nd down, Brissett steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Let's go, D.
1st down, Brissett. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Stephon Tuitt able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Brissett. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. I hope you brought your lips because I'm about to take it.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
Well, I think everything was impressive about that one, except they didn't get a 1st down. But I like their field position now after that play.
Yeah, now you got a pretty makeable field goal opportunity. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis? And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
Here's Brissett. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Every time it's a sack. Come on, fellas.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And his kick here is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Around the NFL, they're in the 2nd in Philly, and the Eagles out in front early. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, When they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Daniel McCullers in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Brissett. He's got Jack Doyle. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Brissett to throw on first. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Push him back.
They go play action with Brissett. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Let's get off the field, D.
Again, it's Brissett. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now Taylor. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9. Brissett, open man, Taylor Gabriel. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 3rd down, it's Taylor. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Roethlisberger will throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
36.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Brings up third down and 10.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw again is Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it and able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
180. Check right 54. Wild Bill. 180.
Throwing again on second down. Roethlisberger. And the catch made by Johnson. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
They're not ready for this.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, well, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Pick me up. Here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Taylor, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Finding Gabriel complete. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
A gain of 26 yards.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 37-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
At the Steelers' 47-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Taylor. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. The give to Taylor. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Indianapolis, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.